There's this joke I heard in my PhD program that gets funnier the harder you try to make a difference in the world. There's a newlywed couple and they just moved in together, and the husband cooks the wife a roast for dinner. And he cuts the edges off the roast like a square. And the wife says, "Why do you cut the edges off the roast like that?" And the husband says, "I don't know, that's the way my mom always did it. I assume it's because it lets the juices recirculate and the airflow in, but let's ask my mom." So they ask the mother-in-law, "Hey, why do you cut the edges off the roast like that?" And mother-in-law says, "I don't know, that's the way my mom always did it. I think it's because it lets me use the juices as a sauce afterwards." But you'd have to ask Grandma for the final answer. They say, "Grandma, why did you cut the edges off the roast?" And Grandma says, "You idiots are still doing that? I only could afford this small pan to fit roasts in, so I had to cut the edges off just to fit the pan. If you have a bigger pan, there's no reason to do that." Now, on the surface, this is a joke about path dependence. You probably have this problem in your organization where the answer to why do we do things this way is, oh, because someone 10 years ago invented this process and we just kept it up. But the funny part to me isn't the path dependence in this joke. The funny part to me is the rationalizations, like, oh, the juices improve the flavor when they flow out. You are surrounded right now by roasts with the edges cut off for no good reason. And you're surrounded by people who will defend cutting the edges off when you try to tell them that there's no reason, it was just because there was a small pan. I don't really know the solution to this, but I think about that joke daily.